So welcome back to another episode of the True Vibez Podcast. You rocking with KC Tiddah,
Steven K,
and be Nikki.
All right, so we finna get into it. We got a very serious topic, a very important topic. It's the month of May, and it's Mental Health Awareness Month, right? What?
So sorry.
What? So we gonna cut that. What?
Shit, no, let that shit roll.
No.
I said something.
Because I just did shit that I wasn't supposed to do. Like I said, by leaning over talking in this, I ain't had that shit to do. Then I looked at this camera instead of
that
this
one.
camera.
It don't really matter. Huh?
This is like your third time. You should be.
I know.
All right. So
no, this shit brand new right here.
yeah.
Lock
but
in, lock in.
Bring
lock
it to you though.
But I ain't want. I have been to do some stupid shit like hit it.
Yeah, like that. There you go. That's
in.
perfect.
So you clumsy.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
So we're gonna talk about a very, very important matter like mental health. And it's Mental Health Awareness Month. So we finna touch on that, spread a little light to that awareness of how serious and how important it is. And that's a day-to-day, everybody battle with it day-to-day.
Right.
I know I have in the past and still, but I want be Nikki to kind of, if you don't mind, to kind of, I know this is an important topic for all of us, but I want you to kind of, get into it, and you start it, and we'll pick it back off you.
So first, I want to start by just, I took a little screenshot of something that I scrolled by on Instagram, and it's pretty much just a mental health checkup, daily questions to ask yourself. What's my mood like today? What's been bothering me lately? Is my body receiving the basic needs? What do I do to bring myself joy? And who am I going to have on my side? So, first of all, just the importance of mental health that pretty much many of us just don't deal with anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Just the mental side of things, the whole work-life balance, I feel like that plays a big part because we all know that, prices are going up on everything.
Right.
So everybody is pretty much like working their ass off trying to make sure everything is taken care of. So you working your ass off, but, it bothers you mentally because just those same questions, like, what are you putting into yourself?
Right.
Like, you're giving so much out. And I literally was talking to one of my friends the other day, and I was just feeling like I'm tired.
Right.
Like, I feel like, because I'm the person that's on the up and up all the time, that's, being very optimistic, just being very, like, faith-driven, like, it's going to be okay. And I know that to be a fact. And, that's why I just consistently try to put it out there and into the atmosphere. But at the end of the day, sometimes the shit is just still hard.
Right.
Like, and so I be wanting, what I give, what I give out, like that little push, that motivation,
Absolutely.
So that's real important. So that comes down to, is my body receiving the basic needs? And that shit just, the major thing is rest. Like, right. I know I don't get enough rest.
Shit, you got 7, 8 jobs.
You got too many jobs.
Yeah.
Like when people say there aren't enough hours in a day, I really like I really feel like there are not enough hours in a day. And I don't even know what is enough hours,
So how do you balance that? I mean, or
so I feel like I'm still working on it. Like I don't have a balance right now. I feel like I just do what works or what I feel like works. And what I feel like works is, and I was literally just having this conversation on the way here. Mm-hmm. I feel like what works for me is I'm such a people person and I want to be like, I'm a helper. Like I want to help everybody. So I have a problem with saying no to people. Like people know they can call me and I'm going to come through because.
Hey, let me write that down. Like,
hold on. What you said? I don't say no.
Shit.
But no, honestly, because it's like, and I know there could be a million people in the world that do what I do.
Right.
maybe not how I do it, but in my head, I'm the only person. So I always feel like if I don't do it, then who is going to do it? Like, even when, you know, and I never even, you know, talked about this subject or addressed this subject, not even on social media, but when I left the school, so I'm no longer working at the middle school that I worked at for 7.5 years. Like, I literally grew up there, you know, but when I left there, I could have been left. I probably should have been left. You know, but in my head, I just kept saying, well, man, no, I was brought here to coach the cheerleaders. Like, if I leave, who gonna have them? Like, what they gonna do? I got the track team. Who gonna get the track team?
So you was putting them in what they need and what they want for yourself.
Exactly. So everybody else's kids that I'm looking out for, and then I have 3 kids at home, you know, and a husband.
So you ended up just eventually leaving?
Yeah, because when that money flashed in my face and I really saw my worth, or somebody else seeing my worth, it was kind of like, you know, because I also just kept feeling stuck. I don't like to feel stuck. It bothers me, and that's another thing that bothers me mentally. Like, I hate to feel like I'm waking up and just going through the motion. Like, when I feel like I stopped growing, you know, in a place or whatever, like that bothers me. And, you know, my old boss, my old principal, Mr. Cole, Lamont Cole, he always would tell me, Brittany, whenever you feel comfortable, do something to get uncomfortable. Like, and I really felt like at that school, I was getting real comfortable, and it wasn't on like the up and up for me. Like, I felt like I stopped growing, because I definitely learned a lot just being in that environment, being around certain people, being exposed to, you know, certain things because of the people that I was around. Like, you know, for instance, and I always give him the credit, but Mr. Cole, like, he really was a big impact on my life. And Mr. Cole is a councilman for District 10, and he's also mayor pro tem. So if anything was to happen with the mayor, he would be the mayor. You know, so just him exposing me to so much, you know, opened up a lot. So at once, you know, he was no longer principal and no longer like really around me as much. You know, and years go by, time go by, things change, people change, as far as like not themselves, but, you know, the actual people that's there, you know, changes. And I just really didn't see any more growth happening. And then so I started to get in an aggravated place because I don't see the growth happening. The money really not looking how I feel like I want it to look or how I should look, especially amounting to like the way that I bust my ass like for the school. Like I literally would be at that school from sun up to sundown, like late. Yeah. Whether that's just talking, like whether that's just developing as a person, you know, having a conversation with somebody or doing something, or just being like, oh, I'll do this, I'll do that. Like before I left, I was coaching. I was assistant coaching basketball. This is my first year. I didn't do that, but I've been coaching track there ever since 2015, and I coached cheerleading there for the past 4 years because I coached 3 years at the high school. But I had even started picking up doing after school clinic, holding after school clinic. Like I ran after school clinic. So it was a lot.
Like you get paid for all that?
Yeah, you get paid. So it was just like I was doing all of these things just to try to make my check kind of look like what I wanted it to look like. And then I decided, man, I'm gonna try again with the state. And I, you know, just put it out there, updated my resume and everything, put it out there, and then the state come and give me, you know, thousands more than what I'm making now with all of. So I'm like, damn, so I really just go to work and then I come home, like that's it.
So you just like, so you was at the school and they offered you more money, you just left the kids like Dion?
No, they didn't. No. Listen, like I said, that was a long time coming. At the end of the day, people from the school that supported me was also like, man, I'll be looking at you crazy if you didn't go. Because at the end of the day, I'm still having goals, like, you know, putting into myself. Like, my goals on the back burner. Like, I'm in school or trying to finish school right now, but I ran out of
school too?
Well, I'm not in there right now because I have, and that's a whole nother story, but to make it short, I have an associate's degree from Virginia College. It's nationally accredited. I tried to transfer to get my bachelor's from Southern. They're regionally accredited and said, we don't take those credits. Not Southern, LSU, things like that. So I had to start all the way over, and I went to BRCC. So I have 2 associate's degrees. So because of that, I'm back in school now, and I'm 8 classes away from getting my bachelor's. But they like, hey, yeah, you ran out of financial aid, so I have to pay out of pocket.
You got 2 associate's degree. That means you got 1 bachelor.
You right? I take that because shit, that 4 years, yeah.
Right.
You know,
so a lot of that stuff, like that mental health,
it
like,
weigh heavy on my and
So
to
what
have
do
to go home with a 12-year-old, 4-year-old, 2-year-old, and a husband.
and deal with that. So sex life probably. I mean, then you got to do all that, cook, clean.
Yeah,
That's all. I mean, I'm pretty sure they got a lot to do with.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
definitely. And I'm the type of person. And then my husband drives trucks, so it's not like it's not like our schedules are just aligning.
Ooh.
So to speak about that, you know, most women, or you wouldn't expect. So, the sex life, that's something that bothers me mentally too. Because I get a little crazy if time tickets. I'm bothered. I'm aggravated.
Absolutely.
I'm agitated. I'm upset.
Oh yeah,
know?
definitely. That's some mental health too. So,
Hey, for
Steven K.
No, but really, it's a release.
It is.
It really is.
It is.
honestly
I've
is.
been in past relationships, not to change the subject, but just to be like, she be tripping, they get to tripping, and all they need to do is just be bent over, and
right.
that's all I need. I just know how to say I'm tripping, but you tripping about this and that, but sometimes that's all it means. You know what I'm saying? They just don't know how to say it. It be simple stuff like just nagging.
More so than
That's
just
it.
she just needs some meat.
Yeah.
It really is that. You know what I'm saying? Just that pressure.
Toes. Yeah, so we talk about mental health.
Through your nose.
We can get into that, but we talk about
So just saying that to say that's another release, another form. So I do try to use my, like I like going to the casino. That's a therapy for me.
What time you have? On the weekend? No, I'm being honest. Like on the weekends?
Yeah. So
but how much self-care? You know what I'm saying? Because we was gonna talk about that too. So
I don't do a lot of self-care. Like I really
self-care is getting your nails done.
Exactly. I need a refill right now, but I just have not had the time to go do it.
Important,
so I'm moving around too much. Yeah.
Right.
So I try to commit myself to like once a month.
I'm pretty sure you know what I'm saying, you dealt with some mental health issues. I mean, everybody walking got, I mean,
you got a brain.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm about to say, man, if you functioning, you dealing with mental health.
I did it.
The state of your mental health, is depending on, you and how you deal with it. But man, a lot of people don't deal with their mental health at all. And some people, bro, you could just see it on their sleeve. Like when you just talk to them in regular conversation, like you could just you could hear the trauma, you could hear the stuff they've been through just for regular conversations. Like like you can see that they've been lied to, they've been hurt. They don't trust you could just see it on wear it on their sleeves. And them kind of people
like they living on the edge. They are. They living on the edge. They living on the edge. Probably a ticking time bomb. You know what I'm saying? It's wrong situation, the wrong financial hit them. Boom, they ready. You know what I'm saying?
No, for real. I follow a lot of these like the motivation, pages or whatever on Instagram, and I saw there was a clip that 50 Cent did, and he just pretty much was like, don't put, take yourself out of situations. Don't put yourself in a situation reacting off of somebody else's reaction, because you don't know what they're going through, because at the end of the day, like you said, they may be a ticking time bomb about to run into a wall, and you're going to make yourself the wall that they run into rather than something else, just because you want to react off of, what they did to you.
Yeah. Right. And it was a point in time in my life where I was like that, I struggle with, alcoholism. Did I say that right? Alcoholism? Yeah. So I was drinking a lot, you know what I'm saying? And I was, as positive that I am, I was a negative person. Like, I didn't want to look on Instagram and see no positive shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, they got a meme with Martin. He doing his mouth like, you know what I'm saying? Like, like, nigga don't want to, you know what I'm saying? That was me every day, like, I was just at a bad place, you know what I'm saying?
At the time, so like, not to get too personal into your business, but I'm saying, so it's like, at what point did you just feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like, look, this alcohol is the problem. I mean, it's the answer to whatever it is that,
Well, you know, but you so strung out on it that, you can't shake it at the time.
Right.
You just telling yourself I need to shake it because
Basically.
I'm not being a good parent, a father. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming home, I'm sleeping. Right. If I'm not sleeping, I'm at work. You know, get out work. I'm not being productive. Shit, bills piled up, mail. I'm not looking at that. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? People around you know. You know what I'm saying? I was talking to my barber. You know, shouts out to Joe P. I was talking to him, and he see the change. You know what I'm saying? In me. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, man, shed a little light on that. You know what I'm saying? Let people. You know what I'm saying? Because he was like, you a born leader. You know what I'm saying? You lead, you on your job. You know what I'm saying? You're a supervisor. You was, So some people need to hear what right. It can help them. You know what I'm saying? Man, I was bad off on it. Like, serious, like, bro, in 2016, no lie, like, I drunk so much Hennessy, I had a brown tongue. It was a brown, like a bearded tongue. And I don't care how hard you brush, I brush 3 or 4 times a day.
Right.
No, it wasn't stank. I had a brown tongue. Like, nigga, I stick out a brown tongue from drinking Hennessy. I drunk so much of Hennessy, but I was going through a lot. You know what I'm saying? So I was in a real, like, a little bad, you know what I'm saying, spot. Right. You know what I'm saying? So that was my, struggle with mental health. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't trying to hear nothing, you know what I'm saying? And before work, it was no secret. Before work, after work, you know what I'm saying? I go through a paint a day.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a lot.
That is. And
like
then
escape.
Yeah, it was just like and then, and it got bad. Like, it got bad to where, it's I just had to, be like, man, look, just shake it. Like, I didn't really at the time, I shook it myself this time because word was getting back to work. Like, I could smell it on Kelvin, even though he not drinking at work, but he's coming in.
Yeah, I have an uncle. I feel like you can smell that shit through his pores.
Man, that Hennessy, I'm telling you, when you sweat, you sweat that shit, like, it's coming out your pores. You know what I'm saying? So I was able to break that on my own, but it wasn't until counseling, you know what I'm saying? When I got into counseling, you know what I'm saying? That helped as well.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And a lot of people either don't know about the resources of, like, counseling, or just too embarrassed or something to utilize those resources. Like, even,
they definitely because we wear our problems on, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's how we're taught.
Black men.
Well, they didn't have, like I was saying, because, our parents coming up and stuff like that back in they didn't have the, that wasn't available like that. You know what I'm saying? Right. Counseling wasn't just like, available, for you to go. Now it is, you know what I'm saying? They provided through work, you know what I'm saying? It's so easy to get to now.
And it's crazy because when you think about it, though there wasn't, like, the same problems that we're facing now, they still had problems.
Yeah.
But they didn't have the resources that we have now. But I also feel like that has a lot to do with just, of course, as we all know, just like the evolution of things, and even just society. And I guess this probably might sound crazy, but it can even go as far as, like, the shit that we being fed, or that we consume now. I'm serious.
You sound like my cousin when he hit that weed, man. That nigga, that nigga hit that weed. That nigga
for real though.
That nigga
because think about it, they didn't have medicine, like, they didn't have all of that, like back in the day. But you weren't hearing about, like, a high number of, like, suicides and people dealing with mental issues. Like, there wasn't, like, and I'm saying there wasn't, like, I was fucking there.
Yeah, but I mean, it just wasn't heard about. Like, it's social media. Like, I'm pretty sure they had them knocking themselves out. Like, you know what I'm saying? But so. Because I was gonna say something. I want to talk about Cud with the weed, but I feel like that ain't the lead right now. Go ahead though.
But for real though, like, so look, I'm gonna ask both of y'all, and then I'm gonna speak on it too. Mm-hmm. Like, as far as mental health, like we spoke about, like, that balance. So like, what is something you said, like, you like to gamble? So, like, and you said, like, talk.
I like to run my mouth.
That's why we here today.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
And then, like, you say, you said like you ain't drinking no more, nothing like that. So what outlet, what escape do you have, just like to bring you down?
I didn't say I wasn't drinking.
No,
I control it though. I had to control it.
I'm talking about like on a to where you still can function.
Oh yeah. So what I do for like fun time?
Yeah.
So just to keep my mind.
Yeah, what you do like to stay sane. So like what you
definitely like the video game. I love being with my kids. I look forward to when I have them, picking them up from school. You know what I'm saying? Taking them to tutoring, practice, whatever they got to do. I enjoy that. You know what I'm saying? That's like when I'm off, I'm looking forward to that.
That's you. I love that for you.
Yeah.
I don't and pick up my kids.
So. Right. So just having my kids, I feel like if I have my kids and they with me, I can mold them the way I want to. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Far as if I'm not taking care of them or they somewhere, somebody else occupying their mind, they can get caught up in that. You know what I'm saying? And then when I try to go have a conversation with them the way I want to, they rebelling a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And I got a teenage daughter. You know what I'm saying? And I'm with her. You know what I'm saying? If she ain't with her mama, she with me. You know what I'm saying? So it'll be easy to talk to her once she get older. You know what I'm saying? I can have a conversation. You know what I'm saying, with her right now. So I love having my kids. That brings me peace.
Right.
And secondly, like I said, I play the video game. You know what I'm saying? I love playing the game. And that's pretty much it though.
I tried. The game give me too much anxiety.
But you ain't playing the right game though.
Nah, probably not. I be playing games of trying to go through the jungle and shit, like being on missions and all that.
Oh yeah.
And I'm pretty sure I'm missing. I'm pretty sure I'm missing something that brings me like like a lot of peace. But it's definitely them too. You know what I'm saying? And then work and making. You know what I'm saying? Going. I love my job. Like the job I do. You know what I'm saying? Like I really
not a lot of people can say that.
No, because they pay good, and I really do got like good benefits and stuff like that, and I really love going. I don't like the shift work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm not ungrateful. You know what I'm saying? Right. But I wish you know what I'm saying. It didn't, because your body you never get used to it. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you get that's mental health too. That's frustration. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That's you trying to sleep during the daytime. People mourn. You know what I'm saying? And then you trying they expect you to sleep when you got everybody functioning. Mm-hmm. 90% of the world is up now. Exactly. They go to sleep 9, 10 o'clock in the night,
basically
and I'm up. Out. You know what I'm saying? And then after a couple of days, that shit fucks with me. I ain't gonna lie, but I'm grateful. You know what I'm saying? So,
that's how it is.
What about
you? Yeah, for me, it's pretty much the same thing. Like the kids, sports, just then all sports. Yeah, playing games. Family time, chilling with my partner.
You play games or video games? You didn't say games. You play
video games. Playing games.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I play too much. I play too much. Video games. Yeah, I'm on the PS5, man. All that. I'm on all that. Hooping too.
Yeah.
Hooping don't love me like I love hooping though.
Right.
I might, because I done been injured twice. I didn't tore both of my Achilles.
So that
Derrick Rose did that too, and he's still playing.
That means time to retire.
I might got one more run left in me though, because like as I'm regaining the strength, I feel it coming, like my jab step coming back.
Oh, okay.
I feel like I probably can't run as much. I can't be like LeBron no more, but I probably can jab step like mellow, like
okay.
Because the jump is still up,
like the last 5 years you've been in the boot. Like
it be like
Noonan said that though. Noonan's like, damn, like when we had that meeting at my house, like. When you left, he like, damn, man. Every time I see Steve.
Because I had told my right Achilles. This time it's the left Achilles.
But we ain't looking at the right or left. We just know every time we see you got a boot on.
I feel like I got one more farewell tour in me.
All right.
Okay,
and then I'm
next thing your knees.
But man,
we're gonna be rolling that boy in a wheelchair.
They got a wheelchair league too.
Man.
Hey, all right.
Hey, but like just other than sports though, it's just like you said with the kids, the games, things like that. Chilling with my partners, just like something as simple as like.
I meant that. Go ahead. I ain't
I like that
too. Yeah,
chilling, watching,
with your knockers,
having a little drink.
Yeah, a little drink, talking, you know what I'm saying?
And of course, like you said, with the sex, that's important. Like it changed.
Definitely is.
It changed your whole mood. It changed the way you act with everybody.
And,
like, I might come here in a bad mood because it ain't been too long.
And that's
like
real.
that
And I really want to get into that, but I feel like, you know, the way we discussing mental health but that's mental health too, because a lot of relationships, they struggle. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
and I guess my thing is, because I've been married, 8 years, and I want to know, like, why isn't it important for women as much as men?